It's the first legislative session for the week, and the attention of the Senate is on the country's oil industry.
Observe that no review of the Act.
Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, who also happens to be a player in the petroleum sector, moves a motion calling the attention of the Senate to the huge losses amounting to 7 trillion naira, which Nigeria has suffered because of the failure of Parliament and the federal government to review the Production Sharing Contract Act. The Production Sharing Contract is a contractual arrangement for petroleum exploration and production, whereby the state, as owner of petroleum resources, engages a contractor to provide technical and financial services for exploration and production operations for an agreed share in profit after payment of royalty, costs and tax oil. Section 16 of the PSC Act stipulates that where the price of crude oil exceeds $20 per barrel, the Act will be reviewed to ensure that the share of the federal government in the additional revenue is adjusted to the extent that the PSCs shall be economically beneficial to the federal government.
Senate knows that Nigeria, having lost trillions of naira due to non-review of the PSC Act, stands to gain an additional sum of 30 billion monthly, 360 billion annually if the Act is reviewed and amended, which would boost our revenue base significantly.
According to senators, besides costing the country trillions of naira, the failure to review the Act every 15 years, as stipulated in the legislation, has cost Nigeria to also lose 350 billion naira to fund the 2019 budget.
In this year, Mr. President, they have put 160 billion. If this Act is not amended, for us to assess this money, it means that the budget deficit that we are going to get in 2020 will be beyond the 3% threshold as provided by the Fiscal Responsibility Act. And so it is very important for us to pass this motion so that we will be able to assess the 160 billion.
It's important that we as a Senate would develop a political will and come to a conclusion that it's not going to be another motion, that it is now that we are going to do something about this to save this country.
In the meantime, the bill for the amendment of the PSC Act is expected to be before the Senate on Thursday, October 3rd. And Senate President Ahmed Lawan promises that it will be given prompt passage. Linda Akibi, Channels Television News.